Welcome back to the Ping Styles channel. This is no longer an ordinary singles match. This is the arena of the 2026 World Team Table Tennis Championships in London. This is a do-or-die match for promotion, where one step leads to heaven and the next to hell. The two teams are locked at 2-2 apiece after the first 4 matches, with every point crucial for the final qualification spot. Every swing carries the hopes of the entire team. At this juncture, there is absolutely no room for retreat. The deciding 5th match is officially underway. The dark horse of Chinese Taipei Peng Yuhan faces the formidable Puerto Rican star Edmarie León in an ultimate showdown. Every exchange on either side of the table is gripping. The entire audience holds its breath. Even Adriana Diaz, watching from the sidelines, is on edge throughout, too tense to even look directly at the table, highlighting the suffocating pressure of this pinnacle clash. This is the ongoing 2026 World Team Table Tennis Championships in London, the final deciding match of the women's team round of 16. Right from the opening of the first game, Peng Yuhan has abandoned her usual conservative style, attacking aggressively to establish a 6-2 lead. Excellent shot. The opponent hasn't even had time to adapt before the point gap starts to widen. Peng Yuhan quickly secures a 3-0 lead in points. But Puerto Rico's Edmarie León is no pushover either. Her attacks are particularly fierce. Take this point for example, where she pivots swiftly to unleash an unstoppable forehand drive. Peng Yuhan, who started with a solid lead, is now being gradually caught up in this crucial deciding match of the team fixture. The very first game has already been incredibly suffocating and tense. Right now, the opponent's tactical intention is very clear. It is to attack first by pinning the backhand, and then moving across to the forehand with wide angles. On a crucial point, Peng Yuhan capitalizes on the fierce net play exchange. She exploits the forehand opening left after her opponent's pivot, winning the first game 11-9. The first game was indeed a close call with no room for error. Her opponent's all-out attacks were just too fierce. Now Peng Yuhan is primarily focusing on a strategy of using speed to counter stability and slow down the opponent with close-to-table control. Unlike the opening game, the score in the second game is extremely close right from the start. Every single point is a battle of wits and courage. Despite a less than ideal start, Peng Yuhan begins to leverage the advantages of her unique playing style. By continuously varying her placement and spin, she breaks down her opponent's confidence. Peng Yuhan's pivot forehand attack further widens the gap to a 6-4 lead, moving from a tense deadlock at the start to pulling away at the end. Right now, Edmarie León is trying to disrupt the defensive line purely through powerful heavy attacks. However, Peng Yuhan's brilliant change of rhythm completely disrupts her opponent's tactical execution in this high-stakes deciding match under such an immense pressure cooker environment. Even the slightest lapse in concentration can easily result in an unforced error. Although Peng Yuhan is young, only 17 years old, she is incredibly bold and brave during crucial points. Giving her opponent no room to breathe, every single shot is targeted at extremely sharp angles, with relentless depth. Truly impressive. Holding 2 game points, Peng Yuhan is suddenly caught up by her opponent. The pressure on court is mounting significantly now. The closer it gets to the critical points, the more her opponent struggles with the unorthodox spin, falling into self-doubt, and slipping into a conservative mindset of fearing to lose rather than playing to win. With nowhere left to retreat, the Puerto Rican opponent is forced to change her tactical system. She reduces her quick backhand drives, strengthens her proactive forehand offense, and focuses on moving Peng Yuhan across deep placements. Through a series of heavy, high-quality attacks, she attempts to break down Peng Yuhan's close-to-table rhythm, trying to deny her any room to operate her unique style. Faced with this unfavorable turn on the court, even Adriana Diaz on the sidelines cannot help but furrow her brow in deep worry, barely able to watch. This was a solid opportunity for Peng Yuhan, as she had already adjusted the placement ahead of time, but she slightly underestimated the spin on this crucial point. Her opponent successfully forces Peng Yuhan back from the table. For an unorthodox style like hers, once she loses the close-to-table control, she easily falls into a passive defensive position. Despite trailing 0-2 in games. Edmarie León remains incredibly brave and relentless in her offense, unleashing maximum quality on every single backhand drive. However, with a brilliant wide-angle distribution, Peng Yuhan completely catches her opponent off guard on this point. Her opponent can only look back at Peng Yuhan in sheer disbelief. Right now, Edmarie León feels restricted, unable to unleash her full power. She has no clean opportunities to strike hard, mostly finding herself reactive, simply trying to keep up with Peng Yuhan's pacing. Securing the third game with an 11-7 victory, Peng Yuhan now holds 3 match points. Can she close out this historic win? Peng Yuhan played with absolute freedom and confidence throughout this entire fixture. Despite her young age, she possesses remarkably mature techniques, alongside a flawless psychological resilience. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Ping's